Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of Dare to Disagree, where we regular folks tell you exactly what you need to do to fix your life and figure that shit the fuck out. I'll be your host, Jonathan Esther, today, out of California.
This is Glow in the Dark.
This is Puppet Master. I'm in. Some people say paradise. I'd like to call it hell.
And
Pretty accurate.
and the star of the show, of course. I'm actually on time today, Cole Thomas.
Oh, sweet mother. Celebrate! Alright, that's the crew. Now, Alone in the Dark, I know you got a topic, but do you mind if we start with mine? I think mine will be pretty fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. So, I've noticed a while ago, and I've talked to a couple of people who've noticed too, that whenever they find a friend or a person that is acting really white of any other race, they tend to hang out or try to be around Asians. Now, this has brought up a couple of theories, and I'm going to ask the question because I want to see if you guys have any opinion on it before we go any further. That's why I said it'd be really quick, because if you guys just say no, we'll just move on. Do you guys think the ultimate white is Asian?
I would have to say absolutely not. I've never even made that comparison. I'm shocked right now. That's almost racist.
Actually, it's 100% racist. I make no qualms about that in this scenario. This is full-on racist. But I'm just saying, I know a lot of Hispanics that try to be white and a lot of black people that try to be white, and they always end up hanging out or being around Asians for some reason.
I'll tell you why, though. I know
I was
why.
hoping to get the consensus. Why?
Because Asian is the ultimate neutral. Does that make sense? It's not.
I think
the
so. I think
it's not.
that's
It's
what I
not
meant by
white.
the white thing.
It's not that they're the legitimate white or whatever it is you said. It's that their personalities. They're very honorable, respectful, fucking neutral people. They don't go out of their way to start trouble. Fucking they don't do anything that you would look at and be like, man, that guy's fucked up. So
That's the most positive racism I've ever heard.
but I mean, and in all honesty, I mean, I see it here. It's weird to even look at it like that. But until you said that statement, I had to think about that. Yeah, they're very neutral in everything, including what they consider. You know, their religion is very peaceful. Like neutral. They don't care what you do. Just don't bother them with their shit. Fucking none of that. It's pretty impressive.
What about you, Alone in the Dark? You have the same opinion?
Well, here's because I grew up in the Bay Area for the most part, which is a good. I mean, I'm guessing here, but I'm guessing at least about 40% Asian. Okay, and I do know what you're talking about, where minorities who are trying to get away from being minorities for some reason do go to Asians, and I think Puppet Master has a point where, and somebody said it. So I can't remember what comedian it is. I can't remember the exact story, but he was talking about going on like a radio show, and he's known for making racist jokes, right? And they told him, hey, make sure you don't make any black jokes. Okay, we can't have that on the air. And the guy's like, well, okay, I mean, that's a big part of my bit, but, if that's what you guys want, that's fine. And they're like, okay, yeah, just make sure you don't do that. He's like, well, what about Asian jokes? Like, fuck it, I don't care.
That's messed up.
And his reasoning was because they're not scary. You don't see an Asian guy and think, oh my god, this guy's gonna fucking stab me to death.
That's very true. When they're 4'8", it's a lot like that midget video I posted to you guys. That shit was hilarious. I was in tears. I fucking cried for 15 minutes after watching that video.
I mean, it's just, and there's a good point that really they do kind of mind their own business, and I mean, how much drama do you ever hear in the U.S. out of Asian people? You know, you got Mexicans. I mean, they're all in the news right now, especially with Donald Trump. Okay, black people getting shot all the time or shooting people all the time. Okay, white people are fucking doing their goofy shit. In freaking with Asians, when's the last time you heard of an Asian in the news for being Asian?
Now here's the funny part about that, man. They're incredibly dramatic people, but they keep that shit in the bag, man. Because I have a family member that lives in Chinatown, and I spent 2 days down there, and holy mother of God, it's like a Mexican soap opera, just Asian all over the place. But you know what? It never fucking left the compound. Like, you would hear them fight over there, and it'd be hushed to whisper fighting the whole time. I'm like, that's incredibly polite how rude they're being with each other.
Oh.
It's an interesting. I will say, in large groups, like now when I go back to the Bay Area, it is a little tiring. Like when we go to restaurants and there's Asian people everywhere, they are being goofy and acting like idiots and shit like that. Especially the 18 to 20, probably in through the 20s range of Asians are. There's a lot of ridiculousness going on there. Okay.
But that goes for any race. That's when they're trying to find their identity, man. That's I don't think that has anything to do with Asians.
Yeah, you're right, but they do it in an interesting way. Like all of them are trying to outspend everybody they know. Okay. Like I have a friend.
I got a terrible story about that.
She was pissed at her boyfriend for just spending like $900 or something on her for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And she took him back to the store to return the shit he got and made him buy her like a $3,000 purse or some shit like that.
Damn.
A one-off event.
That story was going somewhere else.
This wasn't a one-off event. She did it to him repeatedly, okay? Habitual, taking his ass and making him buy her expensive stuff. And the dude, he was like a security guard. It wasn't like he was a software engineer or some crazy shit like that. You know, he was a security guard making okay money, you know, reasonable money to barely live. And she was having $3,000 purses, you know, the brand new phones. Whenever a new phone comes out, she had to have it. I mean, it was a lot of fucking ridiculousness, you know. And that wasn't the only story I heard.
I got a story.
A lot of guys dating Asian women, especially Asian guys dating Asian women, who these bitches take them to the fucking cleaners, man.
Never.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I had a couple, when I was younger, because I grew up in that area, I had a couple Asian girls. Really, they never did that shit to me. I mean, there was never a, you know, you need to buy me this. Which I don't buy shit for bitches in the first place, okay?
I'm about to say, you know, we go to the store and the wife is like, man, look at that purse, it's pretty nice. It's like $20. I was like, bitch, you don't even carry $20 in your purse. Why would I buy that for you? If your purse costs more than the money that you would carry in it, then there's no point in having it.
Yeah.
Co-conscience. You ever heard of this phenomenon, or you're just neutral, like an Asian?
Let's see. No, I've never heard of this phenomenon. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Didn't know we was live right now, but not lie. I do know we was live. What the fuck is the question again?
God damn.
Man, for the start of the show, you rocking it, man.
Man. He's 100% here.
He's coming with topics. He's he's really filling out our topics. He's really an asset.
Not loving our bullshit ass topics.
Let's get to his topic.
No.
Let's talk about bitches.
You don't even know what the topic is.
That's what I asked. I didn't say it was bullshit. I was on it for like 5 seconds, and I got on Snapchat, and I lost it from there.
Oh my God, Snapchat! Like, you know what? I forgot you're a 14-year-old girl. Anyway, the question was...
Hey, bitches love my Snapchat, I'm just saying.
They get bitches.
Yeah.
Snapchat. Anyway, the question I was saying is, have you seen, like, black folks or Spanish folks, mainly minorities, that try to be white so hard, they end up hanging out with only Asians?
Oh, first of all, we gotta understand. I live in Baltimore, so the only Asians I see probably work at the China food spot.
And it's delicious.
Yeah. So
No, that's
no,
not even Asians. That's like Mexicans.
Same difference.
same difference. All rice and red beans and shit like that. Anyway, I haven't really seen it a lot. No, I have not. I mean,
Nah.
that's just me. Yeah.
I know you've gone to College Park, so I thought you might have seen that kind of stuff around College Park.
I mean, well, yeah, okay. You now that you put it in perspective like that, when you do see a lot of white girls with nothing but Asians, it's always very fucking weird. Not sure. I know the girl that I'm trying to fuck, she's with an Asian, so if I could put this black penis in her, then pretty sure she'd never go back.
Here's hope.
There's always hope.
Anyway, that was it. I was just curious because I noticed it, and I didn't know if it was a one-off crazy thing that I had noticed or whether it was a thing other people had noticed. I'm glad it's not just a one-off.
Yeah, it is pretty funny though. I mean, there is definitely a trend of people who don't really want to be their own race anymore. And I wouldn't really say they're trying to be white. It's just they're kind of trying to move away from the ridiculous.
Hey,
Every
I've
culture
seen the
does
same.
something
I've
ridiculous.
seen the same thing from white people. Same thing from white people. Same thing from Asian. There's a select few. We know one. I don't know if anybody remembers. Not Action Jackson.
Yep.
There you go. There was a dude that whenever I see his posts, it's Mama San this, Mama San that. Still trying to be Asian. Anybody remember a certain Mr. French, black guy?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say his name because his name is too. It's too distinct. You'd find him real easy. But yeah, there's a guy who I've been watching him for the last 2 years. Love him like a brother. I've never seen him post anything except white people and himself. So much so, he posted hockey game pics. That's the only sport I've ever seen him post. He's never posted basketball, cycling, just hockey. And I was like, damn, you're trying too hard, man. Especially knowing where you're from. There's no ice out there. You're trying too hard.
To run down that tangent, I do see it, and it's kind of funny, of people who do that, okay? Minorities who hang out with just either Asians or white people who are being treated like shit, but accepting it, okay?
Token black guy.
Like,
Token black guy, yeah. Token black guy scenario.
one black
But they want to be the token black guy. That's
They
why
do.
they're there.
They
he's
do.
coming to respond to the jokes of, yeah, black people suck, yeah, they do, yeah. I've seen that shit happen a number of times, and it always cracks me up. Like, man, I can't think of the right word for it, but
I
They've
know
been
what
so
you're trying to convey.
indoctrinated. They're so indoctrinated that they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
yeah,
No. I think it's the exact opposite. I think they know what they're talking about, but they want to be part of the crew so
yeah, like
I don't
the
know.
bullshit because this gets my in.
there's a
No,
man who's
I think at some point they convince themselves that those opinions are absolutely correct, and
Yeah,
they lose
yeah.
track of the I'm just fitting in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Alan West is a prime example.
Hold on. Hold on. How the hell have I not heard of this guy?
You've heard of Alan West? Like, here, let me pull up a picture. He's
Oh my God, Alan West. He's a character, man.
dude. He's constantly. I can't. Because I always see it, the racist white people,
Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, that boy looks white.
they will get quotes from him and share them as proof. Yeah, see, even he's saying black people suck. Like, Alan West is the perfect token black guy, man.
Yeah.
And they don't,
yeah.
he even looks like Token from South
He
Park.
even looks like a Token Black. He looks just like Action Jackson a little bit. Exactly like a Token Black guy.
is for him to tell white people that they're not racist. Like,
Yeah.
that's when they drag him out of the box. Like, all right, Alan West, it's time for you. Come on. White people are not racist. You guys are just making this up. Fuck Al Sharpton, and then he goes back in his box. That's it.
I mean, listen, I'm 100% black, and I do agree. Fuck Al Sharpton, but
I don't know many people on this planet who aren't on that position anymore.
Yeah. But no, it's actually funny. It's actually funny you said that, Alone Dog, because remember we had that conversation while we was in California. That's the reason I was probably getting a lot of looks is because the black people that are there look goofy as fuck. Damn, goofy motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The black people that like are born and raised here are a strange breed. I've talked to a few of them, and you can't blame them though. This is all they know. All they know is Orange County, and they have to fit in somehow. And behind the back, if they're gonna be cool, they're gonna have to be cool conservative families.
Jonathan Esther, do you remember that one black guy we saw who was running around Southern California wearing socks with sandals? This is ridiculous.
I see that shit all the
time. That's a Baltimore thing, though.
Hey, listen. But listen, though. How many girls are like, God damn, I'm not from here?
Yeah, they're like, God damn, look at those socks.
Look at those goddamn socks. Hey, but listen.
Sandals, he's formally not caring.
But listen, though. When you tell us bitches you're from Baltimore, they like, and you made it out alive? Like, it's kind of like a war zone.
I said Baltimore, not the plantation, motherfucker.
Right.
By the way, sidetrack Alone in the Dark. This whole being from Baltimore, being black, and doing this job, and having to carry freaking girls breaking up, like middle-aged girls that are in the middle of a breakup, is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I see it already, man. Yesterday I had my first true test, man. That broad sitting in there going like, I don't even have a bra on. I was like, whoa, hey, here's your stop.
Yep.
That broad, she made me stop in the middle of the street to let her come to the front seat. I was like, yeah. Ran on over, dropped her ass off, went by a church, just parked outside because I'm not allowed in there anymore, then drove home.
So wait a minute, this is Lyft.
Yeah, it is.
He's writing it down.
I'll be flying out to California tomorrow. I need y'all to be there.
It's a problem, man. It's a fucking problem.
No, problem to you. That's fucking gold
to me. To your ass, you'd have a field day, son.
Yeah, absolutely. So many everywhere.
It'll make
It's not something to be proud about. Anyway, I think that deads this topic. What was the next one?
Ashley Madison, man.
Let's do this. All right, you go.
All right. I mean, I'm sure everybody by now has heard of it and probably looked up their spouses, which my wife looked me up, and for a second I was like, did I?
Yo!
I sure as fuck wouldn't have given him any money, but I was thinking I may have put in, like, if there was a free account option, I may have done it. You know?
Hey, I still get plenty of fish emails, and that's like years ago.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this has been hilarious for me. Okay, number one, because supposedly, and of course it's kind of hard to, and everybody hates their boss, of course, so supposedly the main, like, leadership of Ashley Madison are a bunch of fucking scumbags, which I guess it would take to make a website like this, you know? But they are going down so fucking hard. Like, not only, I mean, they straight up defrauded people, they've released, allowed their information to be released. It's looking like, I've seen reports that they're thinking it was an inside job, too. Like, some of the information that's in that data dump, if it would take somebody plugging into the servers and downloading, rather than somebody wasting their time hacking from
an outside source, yeah.
There's some data in there, like the SQL tables and shit like that somebody it would have taken them months to get it from outside, and they wouldn't have wasted time on it. It was worth nothing, you know? So they totally fucked the pooch on it. They are going down. There's like a $500 million website, or not website,
lawsuit.
$500 million lawsuit against them, which they were offering people, you could delete your account, but if you wanted them to wipe all your information off, you would pay them an extra fee. Turns out they were taking that money and not deleting anything. Those people who paid that fee were still in the fucking server. So they were just
damn
shit for them, okay? So those guys going down is hilarious to me, okay? And another thing is all the people getting caught is fucking beautiful, man. Like, the first guy was Josh Duggar.
Oh,
So awesome, right? Coming down from that, when you have a bunch of fucking politicians like Huckabee up there defending him. Man, this was back a while ago. You guys are just bringing this up to hurt this lovely family, blah, blah, blah. And bam, he gets again. You hear what got released today, too? Some fucking
What?
porn star came out and took a lie detector test saying this dude came and paid to fuck her like 3 or 4 times
Yep.
while his wife was like 5 months pregnant.
Yep, I heard that story.
So watching
Yeah.
that shit fall has been hilarious, okay? And it's a number of other people. And something I've seen, which I saw a defense, because a lot of the people getting pinched are these conservative family value type people, okay? And they were saying, hey, but there is these other people on there too. You're just throwing this on there. Other people, these other groups haven't been on fucking TV and on websites and on YouTube saying this is how you should live your life. We're a fucking amazing family. You should be like us. They were just living their lives, you know? So watching this shit fall on these people's head has been fucking hilarious. And watching the excuses, like, did I ever show you guys the one for that Islamic preacher, the Imam?
No.
He
No.
said that somebody stole his identity just to make an Ashley Madison account and have money coming out of his personal account for over a year just on the chance that somebody would hack the website and it would look like he did it.
That's the fucking way to lie right there, baby. Swing for the fences.
Hey.
Shaggy defense, I call that
the,
shit.
The truth
Wasn't
is
me to the death.
the truth is what you make it, son.
Exactly. Wasn't me, baby. But I caught you in the shower. Wasn't me, dog.
Wasn't me.
What was the bathroom
Proof
door?
is on
What?
you, even with all the proof.
In the shower. Wasn't me.
So this
Wasn't me.
is beautiful to me, man. Like, you couldn't have set this up better if to just fall on people's heads. These fucking assholes who are acting like they're better than everybody else and know how to fucking live their lives. You could not have set this up better if Ashley Madison did this shit on purpose, you know? I love it, man. It's been all kinds of entertaining for me.
This is one of the few times where, like, it's been really cathartic to see people like Josh Duggar get taken down, especially after the nonsensical nonsense on that fucking show. Just the utter fucking we're pure, unlike the rest of America. We just want to. It's like, look, man, you guys are just as flawed as everybody else. Just fucking be okay, man. Why do you have to tell other people how to live? That being said, I want to point out that a lot of people are kind of too happy about this. This is still technically a crime. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're really happy that these guys are getting what they deserve. But one thing I'm hearing a lot of people is like, serves them right, yada, 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 yada. I'm like, not necessarily, man. This is still a huge breach of privacy. I'm enjoying this as much as anyone else, but this is still a terrible crime, and somebody still needs to get punished for this.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right, and whoever did it should get pinched, which they're probably going to. I mean, what it's looking like is
Yeah.
they're probably going to catch who did it. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like seeing an asshole, a bully at school, get his ass beat. Yeah, it's still technically
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah, that
he
that
fucking
kid still
gets his ass beat.
needs to be punished, but
But at the end of the day, fuck that kid, you know? Like,
Yep.
word,
I mean, that's
word.
how it's wrong. You know, obviously this is a breach of privacy, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, they put themselves out there for that.
They did.
So
Ain't no argument that it's that website is specifically to do something terrible. So you won't get any pity from me if you're caught in the Ashley Madison scandal. Whether it was just, oh my God, it was a moment of weakness. Me and my wife were going through trouble. I started an account. It's like, I feel for you, dog. You're in a terrible situation. but you put yourself in that situation. Take your ass whooping like a man. Just take it.
Exactly. And here's another thing of not only is it disgusting that you were trying to cheat on your spouse on the slide like that, but how fucking pathetic are you that you wouldn't have to pay for it?
Yeah.
That's the real sad part to me is you're just such a fucking loser. You had to go pay 50, and it's not a cheap site. I mean, it was like, if I remember looking at it, it was like $100 to sign up and like $15 a month or something like that. And that's what I told my wife. Like, I think I could get away with cheating on her. There's no way in hell I could get away with spending that money.
That's what I told Shell. I was like, how did their spouse not know for how many months that this money's disappearing?
Yeah. And that's kind of another thing, too, is I kind of, and mind you, I think it's not everybody, okay? Some people, I think, people worked really hard to pull the wool over their eyes and it just worked. But those people who are like, yeah, I found out my husband was cheating on me for 7 months. If your husband was cheating on you for 7 months and you didn't find out for 7 months, there's a good possibility there's a fucking problem there, okay?
For real, though. Like, I'm sitting here like I hug a woman walking into this house. My wife is looking at me suspiciously.
Yeah, and I've had times. It's not even just, your wife going through your phone or anything like that. I've had times where we've had sex and she's gone, that was not all that much cum, was there? So I don't know how the fuck you can get away with it for 7 months, okay? Like, if you're not keeping that much track of your husband, maybe he's straying for a reason. Or your wife, whatever, maybe she's straying for a fucking reason. If you're not paying that much attention to him to catch him fucking around on you for 7 fucking months,
I'm cracking up for the exact opposite. Like, the wife was like, hey, you're not that horny anymore around here. What's going on, dog? You're not pawing at me or messing with me. I'm not turning you down as often as I used to. What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. I've only said so 5 times this week, man. What are you fucking around on me? I don't know. That's kind of the ridiculous part to me is maybe if you didn't catch it in that long, there's a reason that person's straight. I'm not saying that's all right. What they should have done was let it pass and then go fuck somebody.
Yeah, you're still there.
But there's something definitely wrong there if it's been that long and you didn't catch it, okay? Probably. Maybe they just were that fucking crafty, but I'm suspicious,
The funny part is, too, did you see the ratio on that website?
Yeah, it was like 90% men or something like that.
Yeah, like 90% men, 10% women. Poor goddamn women, man. Well, I don't really feel that bad for them. But
yeah, but
still,
they put themselves in that position, literally.
For real. Wah, wah. But yeah, man, that thing, I mean, on obviously, hindsight being 20/20 is like, how could it not be? Obviously, Yeah. If a woman is really trying to cheat on her husband, she don't need no website, which makes me think, what the fuck kind of woman needs a website to cheat on her husband? Yeah, exactly. I get the men.
The women didn't have to pay on that. They made it free, which most dating websites do. They make it free for women, and the guys have to pay to attract women. It's like when you go to a bar and it's girls' night. That's to get women into the bar so the guys show up too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's freaking hilarious. It's been a great ride, and I'm happy that I didn't get caught on it. I'm pretty sure if the email had popped up when the wife looked, she wouldn't think I was cheating on her, but she would be, what the fuck was he doing? Research, honey. Like
for the show. I know you're my one and only boo.
But that kind of brings up another question of something. I think we discussed it before, but again, it's a thing I have to explain to my wife. That with a woman, when a woman cheats for the most part, okay, it's because the relationship's over, okay? That relationship's dead for the most part. She's doing it for usually vengeful reasons. He's not taking care of me, etc., etc., For a guy to cheat, he doesn't even have to fall out of love with you. He could still love you like the day you guys got together and fuck some other chick and come right back home, So I think it's kind of a silly thing to spend your marriage on if he fucks somebody else, it's over. You know, where the kids, the house, everything's fucking destroyed, you know?
I agree.
I don't know.
I mean, because it isn't because with a guy at least, and I'm sure there's a decent percentage of women, they're not cheating because they fell out of love with the spouse or the other person. Okay? They're cheating because they're trying to get their nut off, and that's it. It's a biological response, you know? Do I still think it's wrong to deceive your spouse? Absolutely, you know? But I think maybe if a lot more women would go, yeah, you know what? Go fuck some other chick. Don't spend money on it. That's the rules with my wife. You can fuck some other chick, but don't spend my money on her.
And she better look better than me.
Yeah, and she better look better than me. Which I don't understand why. Like, you remember that whole Scott Peterson thing? What the fuck was up with that? You know, he had a beautiful fucking wife, and he killed her for this ugly fucking trailer trash looking bitch. You know?
Cause man, we all know what it's like when you have a chick that can get down
Yeah. I mean,
versus a chick that can't get down. Oh, I've seen the disaster of dudes just freaking hanging on to an ugly broad. Like, dude, man, why you doing it, dog? If you knew what she does, she knows she ugly, so she puts work. She puts fucking work.
Yeah.
that's a good point. But you know, that would make sense for Scott Peterson. But what about Tiger Woods? I mean, I'm pretty sure, as popular as I see Tiger Woods, he could get a beautiful woman to do what the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why when he got caught, there was a lot of ugly fucking chicks in there. You know, I'm not a billionaire, and I wanted to fuck some of the chicks he was fucking. You know what I mean?
But with Tiger Woods, it was a type thing. Weren't they all like blonde haired, certain size breasts? He kept going for a very specific type. Like, somebody brought up a really messed up joke about that shit. Because they were like, you know, the fact that Tiger Woods broad with the blonde hair and whatever, has anybody taken a look at Tiger Woods' mom?
No.
Damn.
Because isn't he half black, half something?
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, like Oedipus complex.
Well,
Now, I've never bothered looking it up because it sounded ridiculous, but...
I'm looking it up right now, but I'm pretty sure he's half black, half Asian, isn't he?
I believe so
yeah,
too.
I would hope.
Yeah, she's Asian as fuck, dude. Like,
Gotcha.
she looks
No
nothing like
blonde hair.
the girls.
Yeah, maybe he was doing a reverse ultimate black guy. He's going as white as it could get.
Which
That's sweet old lady.
Which I've said this to my wife a couple of times. It's kind of funny with white women because they are like these supreme women, no matter what race you are. You know what I mean? There's guys that have types and stuff like that, but for the most part, practically any race is looking to find a hot white woman.
I'll tell you this: in Africa, in my village where I came from, there was a thing called the happy old man dance, because in the village, if you brought a white woman, you had succeeded, man. You broke through to the culture. You got that white money coming in. So old men had a happy white woman dance, literally, for black people that brought white women, because they were like, not only did you get a white bitch, but you brought her back to us, and she came. You tamed it like some kind of Mustang in the wild.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. I don't know why I want Africa. That's crazy.
Hey, that's it. They came though, and they came again. Booyah!
I mean, I mean, every race I've seen. I mean, Asian guys chasing after fucking white women. Okay, this is in the valley, you know. Freaking black guys, of course. You know what I mean?
But I heard a different argument for that. I heard it's just because white women are the least, what's the word I'm looking for here? The least dominant would have to be the polite way to say it. because black girls in general, if you're looking at a black girl stereotype, you'll hear things like, if you I got love handles. If you love me, you'll handle it type shit. Or if you can't handle my shit, why are you gonna stay with me? It's some random shit. Black chicks are known, quote unquote, for being dramatic and combative, and you have to tame them type shit. Asian chicks are just too fucking hard to get, man. You gotta separate them from their clan, and that's a whole mission in itself.
Trust me.
No motherfuckers trying to go through all that shit.
Alone in the dark, don't we know? Jesus Christ. Motherfucking 2000 Ravens defense trying to get those bitches away from each other. God damn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Motherfucker just over there like this and shit. Legit, he was over there with his arms out like this. Like her and sheep together and shit. God damn.
They're not like, man, if you watch the horror movies, it's not the Asian girls wandering around alone. It's not the fucking black girls. It's not the Filipino girls. It's the white girls. The white girl is the one that goes, sees a man in the jungle swinging on a vine and goes, Papa, I want to talk to him. I want to get to know him. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why the white girls, because they're easy.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? I said it a while ago, the reason that a lot of black guys are with white girls because nobody wants something that you have to fucking take care of. God damn.
Isn't that Patrice O'Neal line?
You have to handle me. Bitch, you 25 years old. I should have to handle a goddamn thing of paying these bills. What you need to handle is making me a fucking sandwich.
Okay.
Into that
Lost me right there.
Handle me making a sandwich. Shit.
Number one, I don't think white women are easier than, say, Mexican women. That has not been my experience at all. Okay,
I've got the exact opposite experience.
I mean, it's been a pretty, and really, I don't think they're. I mean, and with black women, I think it's different. Not necessarily that black women are easy. It's just black women will go, "Hey, I just want to go fuck right now."
Yeah, true.
White women are like, "I wouldn't do that to myself, even if they want to fuck," And
they gotta be wooed.
The thing about black women, I think I finally narrowed it down what the issue is. At least this was my experience when I was dating them. Is they were always wanted to prove that they were independent and that they didn't really need you. Not necessarily that I care if a woman needs me around. They just had to prove it like on a weekly basis. I'm a tough, strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. Well, at the end of the day, you're going to end up without no man. That's just how it's going to play out,
I will say this. If ever I was to get in a fight on the street, I'd want to be dating a black or a freaking Mexican woman.
Yeah,
not a white girl.
Oh, yeah, no, they're cowering fucking fear.
Yeah, white women just get their hair grabbed and they're out. That's the end of the fight.
Aside from Ronda Rousey.
I was about to say, unless it's Ronda Rousey, and then you just fucked.
Yeah. But it's always some bullshit like, don't fight him, Tom. Bitch, my name is not Tom. Who the fuck told you my name was Tom, bitch? Damn.
Can't we all just get along? No, that's why we're fighting.
Fuck, we're fighting, bitch. Still fight for my freedom. God damn.
Oh Lord, I'm charged up.
Charged up, back to back, motherfucker. Shit.
Jesus, I don't know, man. It's just it's a ridiculous thing. I don't understand how it works with white women specifically. It's almost like they want payback. You know what I mean? Like black people especially, what's his name? Slow Chemical made it a point that the reason he wanted to fuck Paula Deans was for reparations, And I think, he's more honest than most people. I think there's an element of that in practically a lot of minorities.
I think ultimately that's why the old men in the village are doing the freaking proud white person dance, man. They're just like, what? You brought them down to our level? About time.
Yeah, man, you got to kill them from within, man. Kill them from
you got to breed them out. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, kill them in the name of.
Absolutely. Free. You got to stop. The only way that's why I want to be a cop. Not because I really want to protect people. Well,
Oh Jesus,
because I really
no!
want to protect people. I really
Don't
like to
do
protect
this to
people.
yourself right now. The
I
politics.
You're never gonna get hired like this.
I'm never gonna get hired any goddamn way. Apparently,
Oh, nah.
if Baltimore City Police Department turns you down, you're fucked, pretty much. I am fucking key to that. But you gotta destroy. Hey, listen, let me finish. I want to protect people, but you gotta destroy the racism within. You know, you gotta start from within and then work your way up. That's how you.
Wow, that was actually a positive ass message.
There you go. I wasn't even gonna.
About to say.
That shit.
I thought this was about getting yours and fucking bitches.
Oh no! I was about to go down that route, and I keep forgetting that. You know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in life. Is it leaf or lease?
Leaf.
Both is fine.
Oh, okay, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in life. A new ticket in life.
I guess it depends on how fucked up you are and how many things you need to change.
Shit, well, for me, it's God damn, it's more than just changing the fucking leaf.
God damn.
Yeah, but no, you got destroy from within. That's what you gotta do.
That's a good point. We brought up before that I think the big issue with why white people freak out about black people dating white women is because of the whole big dick theory, and we're just thinking this woman is getting destroyed right now.
What's usually the case?
Unusable now.
Joe Rogan had a great joke about that shit. Joe Rogan was like, that's the one thing, man. That's why, like I was explaining in the story about the broad yesterday in the ride, as she gets in the car, she's like, listen, I just broke up, man. I was like, yeah, so what are you going to do tonight? She's like, I'm going to get laid. And immediately pauses to give me the, you know what I'm saying, look? Like, immediately I know what's going on, because it's like if I fuck a black guy, he's going to be so mad.
So pissed. And that's true. Because, you know, if you know that first fuck after a woman breaks up, when two people break up, a guy is just looking to get laid to get his nut off, okay? He's like, there went my guaranteed pussy, I gotta go get laid. With a woman, he is going out for fucking vengeance.
Yep.
It's fucking vengeful. And that's just perfect. You get broke up with your white boyfriend, let her find you with a 280-pound black guy? That's not what you do, yeah, he's gonna be pissed.
He's also gonna be scared.
Yeah, I know. Wait till she would have found out that Dave is actually fucking. I mean, John Fast is actually fucking white.
There are two things you don't get between a black man and his things. It's pussy and weed, man.
And I'm all out of weed, baby.
I'm all out of weed. You stay away from my pussy.
Yeah, it's.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but it's a funny situation, man. Like and that's not a one-off thing. That's a thing. Like when you bring just sticking to that whole like white women and the black people thing, or minorities in general, but specifically black in this case, it's a thing that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And Cole Conscience, when he was here for like a short while, just got a taste of it. And he was here for like what? Like less than a week?
Yeah, it was like, well, it was about 7 days, wasn't it, brother?
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah.
Oh wait, say it again, cause my phone cut out.
How long were you here? How long were you here?
A good 6 days, a week.
Yeah.
So he was here for like a week, and he got a taste of that whole like, there is an expectation by white broads when they flirt with you. That one, you're gonna be smooth or trap, and two, you're gonna destroy them. In fact, the one time I cornered a girl and we got into any kind of a semi-sexual conversation, like her biggest fear was that that was a while ago. Her biggest fear was like, I'm just terrified that your dick is gonna be too big. I didn't change her mind and correct her, but I'm just saying, that's the pressure.
No, you got it all wrong. I got a small dick.
I'm not the one to fix. I'm not the one to teach the controversy, but it's just. But I think it's hilarious because Now, granted, if we ever get that far in a situation, it's not like you're gonna back the fuck out any fucking way. It's too late. You know, we're already down the rabbit hole. I don't know many women who have the actual fortitude to go that far and then go no. It's very rare to find a woman like that. I've maybe met 2 in my life that are willing to go that far and then say no. But when you get to that point, it's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Tell them that I don't have the biggest dick in the world? I'm okay. I can live with it. Still counts.
That's one of the things, because I suggest any guy who's just looking to go out and fuck and doesn't really have standards, start driving for Lyft, okay? Because
I can only imagine how Lyft feels about this plug right now.
I'm okay with it. They're making money.
I can see the fucking slowing down. You wanna
going home and realizing, I don't got anybody to fuck tonight, but there's this guy right here.
I've twice already I've been propositioned. Once indirectly and one pretty directly.
Yeah.
And each time I had to find a way to politely go, no, you're not hot enough to risk my marriage over.
One girl was really, really sweet about it and offered to let me leave my meter running while I fucked her so that my wife realized the missing time. You're a fucking champ right there, girl.
You're gonna pay me?
I told you about the broad. Like, we parked, and she's with her friend, and she's like, "Hey, we're going in the house. We got weed and booze. You want to come up?" And I'm just like, "What the fuck is this? A porn parody? What the? No, thank you though." I did go for a glass of wine, but that's not the point. The point is, this is too easy. Too damn easy.
They said booze, and you said you got any Merlot.
But yo, first off, the broad was too broke. She was actually offering more weed than booze.
Oh,
she had, like,
okay.
that's all she had around. But that wasn't the reason I was supposed to come up anywhere. I was supposed to smoke the weed, get too faded, and one thing should have led to the other. That was the unannounced plan. But obviously, when I settled on a glass of wine, that was the end of that shit.
The point is, if you tired of motherfuckers getting in your car and not fucking, you tired of producer being in all the goddamn videos, come to Lyft.
Make them pay. Make them pay you, and all of a sudden they'll want to do nothing but fuck you.
Fucking up marriages since 2012.
And there's times when I'll get a girl in the car who I'll go, for the love of God, don't let her try and fuck me because she's too hot for me to say no. Like, literally the most beautiful woman I ever saw in real life got in my car, and I was like, please let her. And she's like, yeah, I'm going out to meet my boyfriend for his birthday. I was like, oh, thank you for marriage, because she was incredible, man.
Thank God for not being single. This would have made it that much harder.
Yeah, I don't think I would have made it out of there married, but
fuck Ashley Madison. Do Lyft.
Yeah, exactly.
Legal prostitution.
All right, man. Anybody got anything else? Because I think we're wearing.
We shouldn't spend too much time on it. Please don't. It's just an observation, and I would like to know if I'm something I'm missing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Planned Parenthood. What services do they provide?
Abortions. Of course.
Okay, abortions, and that's only 3% of the services that they provide. So that's only 3%. 3% of what they do is abortions, but it makes up a third of their income. All right?
The Planned Parenthood that we have at the school, they provide.
Go ahead, my bad.
the Planned Parenthood we have at the school, they do like protection. So they'll do either condoms or they'll do what's the other one? The cup thing that no girl on planet Earth uses.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is a condom?
Some of them do. Some of them do vasectomies too. I know because I was looking around out here. And sadly, the ones in my area don't do it, but some of them do those. So like vasectomies, those IUDs or UIDs.
Yeah.
And
So
they
that and they do
like,
the women's health, like
counseling.
breast exams, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and the counseling and
Right.
all that.
So the question is, isn't all of that minus abortion supposed to be covered by Obamacare?
no, Obamacare is just insurance.
Yeah, man.
Right, which is insurance, which you have the right to a doctor. Your insurance, Planned Parenthood's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that shit's free. They're getting free services that your insurance is supposed to pay for, that tax dollars is going towards Planned Parenthood, that they should already have insurance to go to a real doctor for, which in my mind tells me they're getting tax dollars literally to stay open for abortions, because everything else should be taken care of through a normal, regular doctor, because you should have insurance now.
Yeah, but
The key word.
don't
I was gonna say.
doctors do abortions too. I mean, I don't think.
You can get an abortion through a regular doctor.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the key word
But-
there is should. Planned Parenthood has
Should.
been
You
around
should.
long before Obamacare and insurance. I
Right.
mean, not Obamacare and insurance,
Insur-
but Obamacare insurance, even though there's been regular insurance. But I think Planned Parenthood
Right,
doesn't really.
but everyone
people who
should have insurance now. That's the thing. That's why Obamacare is there. That's why people
Yeah.
are paying ridiculous amounts of money for their insurance, so people who can't buy insurance have insurance. So
Yeah, they're
everything
not
that they're
there
getting
yet.
for free should be covered by that. Why are we still giving millions of dollars
Because
to
there's
Planned Parenthood?
there's still millions of people without insurance.
Without insurance, that was the point I was gonna make.
Why?
They haven't signed up, I guess. I
They
mean,
haven't signed up yet.
But that's not our problem, though. That's their failure to get their free insurance.
yeah, but
No,
it's not free, and those kids are our problem if we don't fucking.
we don't. Yeah, that crime you complain about all the time. Yeah, that's usually where they come from.
I mean,
Look, man.
there's still 12% uninsured. 12% of the U.S. is still uninsured, which at 350 million people is a lot of fucking people.
But I see your point. And in fact, one of the big downfalls of Obamacare from the very beginning that both sides have agreed about is Obamacare did a horrible job selling itself. It didn't do that good a job of promoting information, especially in lower income areas who are already hard up for information, like good information on social services. Like, I live with a bunch of Mexicans, and I'll tell you what, I had a conversation with one of these kids, and I was like, hey, look, she was having like an issue on her period, and I'm like, when's the last time you went to go see your gynecologist? And she looks at me and goes, I've never seen a gynecologist. I'm like, wait, aren't you like 16, and didn't you start at like 13, 12? She was like, yeah. I'm like, you need to get your ass to a gynecologist like yesterday. Like right now, like leave here and go to a gynecologist and tackle them and let them check you out, because you need to see one. And
Well,
these
no,
are people
technically-
with access.
Technically, most doctors will tell you, unless you're actually having sex, you don't need to see a gynecologist. Unless you've actually
but
had sex. If you're still a virgin, you never... Again, this is Hispanic and she's 16 or 17. Well, who am I joking, right?
No, but the point with the girl was the girl had an issue with her flow. That was the problem. She had an
Right.
uneven flow, and it was acting weird. And I was like, that's what gynecologists are for. Go see it. And this is a person living in Orange County with me in an extremely informed area who knew this information. How much worse it is for motherfuckers that are living in poor areas of Detroit, not even knowing anybody who can tell them.
Which is telling me that Planned Parenthood is still ineffective. And if you were to take the money that we give to them and apply it to the Obamacare situation, maybe more people, those 12% would actually be insured.
Maybe. Maybe.
I mean,
That's a big maybe, but maybe.
I'll tell you.
I mean, it's possible, but we're not solving anything by dumping these millions of dollars and billions of dollars over here on Planned Parenthood when we still can't afford to fund the Obamacare that we supposedly is supposed to cover all this shit.
I mean, I think you're misrepresenting what Obamacare is supposed to do, and misrepresenting how much
He told us
it does. I mean, they help. I mean, millions upon millions of women who otherwise would be having kids that you don't want to pay for, and I don't want to pay for. But now they're getting contraceptives, birth control, all that shit. I mean, they're preventing.
Well, yeah, but you can get all that through your doctor. So if you were to fix the system rather than create a byproduct, a roundabout, instead of actually using the correct path, then we wouldn't have to dump all that money over there, and they could still get that assistance.
Well, I think the
Okay, hold on.
the fix is doing universal health care like we should have done instead of Obamacare.
I agree.
You see how much of a fit people do to Obamacare with insurance, you know? I mean, if people act, and there's people in Tennessee who thought Obamacare was literally going to take over their lives and kill their grandma.
Yeah, death panels. I remember that.
And then they would get pregnant and run to Planned Parenthood. You know, that's what these people are supplying right now. You know,
I'm missing something here, and I don't know what it is.
I see your point. But here's kind of an interesting question. And by the way, this is not diminishing your point, because I actually agree with with a huge chunk of it. What government system can they model themselves over that is that effective? Because you're saying it's ineffective in a huge way. What system do we have that's as effective as you expect?
For who? Planned Parenthood?
Anything.
What are you talking about?
Like, you're saying there's a major mismanagement in the money for Planned Parenthood. There's an alternate way to use this that would make it more manageable and more efficient for the American public. And I agree. But
right.
I'm just out of curiosity, I was going to ask, what other system in the government is as efficient as you expect?
That's the problem, is that we don't have a system that is efficient. We haven't even passed a fucking budget in fucking 12 or 9 years as a government, all right, which is required by law, which kills me. So if you think about it, no, it doesn't exist, because every part of the government, every program we got right now is fucked up. It's mismanaged completely.
I mean,
if you were to go in,
all agree on for sure.
If you were to go in and take someone like, you know, a financial management actual company and go in and do a assessment of all the programs we got, half these programs, you would see that the money is being funneled literally into other people's pockets and not into the program, and fucking every single other American, because we're dumping billions of dollars over here when it really should be going towards that to give everybody that this other program already gives them.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have two programs doing the same fucking thing and draining all the money from our taxes.
I mean, here's kind of a what do you call it? An analogy for what you're saying, which is there's Whole Foods around, so why should we have these discount grocery stores? I mean, those discount grocery stores are fully, full of people all the time. That's kind of the same thing with Planned Parenthood. Why don't they run out and get a real doctor, a full-time, what's that called, a private care doctor?
Yeah.
Why do we have this thing over here where they could just run in and get some birth control? That's because there's a need for both of them, Now,
well,
that Planned Parenthood is...
I don't think that you can say that they're grocery stores. There's nowhere even close. The problem, my problem is that the insurance should allow you to have a doctor and still get the services that are over here. And the government is expecting everyone to pay everybody's insurance, but we're still giving billions of dollars to these guys to do the same service that they should be getting through the other program.
See, that's
the programs.
Now there's
a friend of mine. He's actually a pretty strict conservative. But one of the things everybody's saying, we're paying for everybody else's insurance. The way you're paying for Obamacare is the same way you pay when I owned a house and I got tax refunds on it. That's the same exact thing. So were you paying my freaking mortgage? Anybody who owns a house is now some sort of welfare grabbing your money?
No,
that's not the point. The point is the waste of money. I don't care that it's my money or that it's tax money. The fact of the matter is that we are going nowhere as a nation because of programs that are set up just like this on both sides.
Now, I do want to point out one thing, which Alone in the Dark brought up a little earlier, but I think he just glanced through it, is that this was supposed to be universal health care. That was
Right.
the original way this thing was built. It wasn't until conservatives fought back again and again to the point of shutting down the government that the bill got so altered. If you talk to anybody who was there at the origination of this bill, they're ashamed of what the bill became. But the bill only became that because they fought conservatives to this point.
I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah,
Is
when
it inaccurate?
was universal health care? It never was proposed.
Obamacare was never supposed to be
thought that was
universal health care.
Oh, wow. I thought that was the original intent of the bill.
No.
And then it had to be changed over and over.
No. And shit, they had to pass it just to see what's in it. God damn it, they didn't fucking read it.
No, they didn't. It was posted online the whole time. I read it before they passed it.
I know, but that's what they said. They said we had to pass it so you fucking know what's in it. Fucking Glow in the Dark read it to me most of the time, fucking. And I'm like, how are they even not catching this shit? And Feinstein said that, fucking literally. You got to pass it to see what's in it. Bullshit. But anyway,
I still support my idea, which is make everybody sterile at birth, and when you have kids, you got to go through the same shit people have to do to adopt a kid. You got to get your finances looked at. You got to get checked out by physicians. You got to get a fucking mental health exam. I mean, if you see the shit people have to jump through to adopt a kid, it's incredible. And I think everybody should have to do it. Some idiot just
it's hilarious because it's honestly, in the time you brought that idea up, it's still the most viable answer I've seen for a lot of problems. But unfortunately, then kids would become a class symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do
That's
think
the unfortunate. That's the immediate downside, even though it would literally solve a bunch of our problems.
Well, yeah, because we of course wouldn't let black people have kids at that point.
Yeah. Walking here to be extra hard at those finances.
Obsolete. I want the white model.
Hey.
that is good
Hey,
stuff.
that shit's coming up anyway. They're
But
starting
no,
to bioengineer
I would just,
kids.
I'm missing something, and I want to know why we are, and it's not just Planned Parenthood that is my issue. It's Planned Parenthood is just a good example of money going in a direction that, if it was used properly, that program wouldn't even be necessary.
You want to know a fucking thing that wastes money, and I guarantee everybody here, except for maybe Cold Conscience, can agree, is the fucking military. Okay? And
I was about to
thought-
say DOD, baby.
I thought, because I personally saw millions upon millions of dollars wasted. Does anybody remember that fucking tow armory that was just filled with bullshit that prick ordered nonstop and nobody saw?
Right before that Phasmo.
And
Yep.
my thing is, here's what I thought was hilarious. When they dropped the fucking military's budget, that would have been a perfect time for them to go, okay, let's quit wasting money. Let's just do shit we need to do. What did they immediately cut? Do you guys remember the first thing they cut?
Nah.
Education benefits for the
Yeah, TA. It was.
military.
Yep, TA. Tuition assistance.
damn.
Yep.
So what they did was purposely take these things, and instead of cutting the waste that they had, they attacked military people just so they could go, look what you made me do. You guys cut our budget, it's hurting our freaking military people. That was disgusting right there. And I think because what they ended up doing is the Senate ended up forcing them to put those back in. You could cut
Yep.
the House bill, you pricks. They should have fucking NJP'd everybody who made that decision. Every general, every fucking colonel who said, yeah, let's make this decision, let's attack the military members rather than going in and cleaning up our shit. Those guys should have been removed from fucking, because they obviously can't manage Marines. They don't give a shit about their military. They don't give a shit about their soldiers. They were just trying to attack their own people to make a political statement.
But
And it's ridiculous to me that those guys got away with that scot-free.
But what's been one of the oldest jokes in the military? You don't fight for the officers, you fight for the people around you. Because they don't care. It's very rare to find an officer or a high-in-command person that legitimately cares. Like, cares enough to really be there. I think we had what's that one captain, the hero captain?
Who posted this shit?
Oh, that was Mr. Calhoun. I thought you'd appreciate that shit.
Oh man.
Kill me.
Oh man. Talk about the ruination that would happen. All right, go ahead.
All right, man. I'm just saying, man. The man makes a fair point. But I was saying, it's I mean, we knew a lot of higher ups, so we know it's they care, but they can only care so much. They have a lot of people under them, so eventually, it kind of becomes just a game of numbers. So the higher you go, the more disconnected from the bottom you're gonna be, right?
Yeah, well, that's at some point. None of this. To get away from the military, just in general, at some point, something's got to give to say, you know what, we're really fucking this up. The best way to fix this is to reset and start over.
Yeah, but those people who come in and fix it are also gonna give money to all their friends, and you know that. And I really, my theory when I saw some of the money that was going out was there has to be some. And there was. You would see guys who were in charge of ordering shit for their unit, and then, like, ACOGs. Oh, yeah, we suddenly, all these fucking cooks need to have state-of-the-art optics. We need ACOGs on all these cooks' rifles so that it could sit in the corner of the fucking cafeteria. Those guys immediately jump over and go work for Triticon.
Yep.
And guess what? You tell me that's... I mean, I think that's banned in the military. If you do that, you're in fucking trouble for doing that. You're ordering this shit and then running and going to work for them? How is that possibly not a conflict of interest? You know, when did you get that job? Did you get it before you made that order? I mean, there's a lot of mess, and that's my issue is people want to cut shit all the time, but there's so much mess to clean up where money is just being actually wasted that we don't need to take fucking food stamps from poor people.
But that's my point, though, is that, and you can say it's not, but this money over here really could be utilized to provide the same services through one program instead of two separate programs that cost us twice as much. And that's my problem.
I just think that they're doing two separate things. I see what you're saying, that they both, or you know, at least Obamacare can handle it all. I just don't think it's double payments right now. One's handling one end, the other's handling the other. And I'm sure there's some overlap there, but I don't think it's 100% overlap. You know what I mean?
I think that if Obamacare worked the way it was intended, everyone would have their insurance and be able to do everything that Planned Parenthood gives away for free, that we as a government give them to be able to give it away for free.
But not everything's for free there. Like, I was looking at my vasectomy there, they were charging for it. I mean, I know they're giving away a lot of free services, but I think all those, and that's kind of my issue, I think all the free services they're giving away is shit that is saving us so much money on the fucking front end. You know what I mean? They're giving away freaking birth control pills to high school students, and now all of a sudden we don't have a bunch of kids on welfare because a bunch of high school students got knocked up. You know,
okay, well, I can get there, but like I said, I'm missing something here. Yeah. And maybe it's just my hate and discontent for fraud and abuse and waste, but it is what it is. You know, you could literally pay me exactly what I make now and let me go in and fucking assess these programs, and I could give two shits if I ever got a kickback from it, but I guarantee we could fix some shit.
Yeah, oh, you always could. I think that's the one thing we can all agree on is like this could always be better.
Yeah, but anything you try to change, if you try to change something, you'll have the lobbyist on your ass. You'd have a bunch of senators on your ass. No, you can't take them out. I know they're charging us 10 times the amount we could get it anywhere else, but those are my friends, so don't touch that shit.
And again, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't. Who the fuck are you? I don't know you.
Wait till Dick Cheney shows up in your house.
Or President Trump.
Like some kind of ghoul.
Hey, it don't matter who it is. I don't like, we know. I don't like anybody unless you give me a reason to. I don't start out with I like everybody until you fuck me. I don't like you until you give me a reason to like you.
I'm not gonna lie. I've wrestled you before, so I'm not too worried about you. You'll be alright. You okay? Normally I'd be like, oh my God, poor white boy getting out. You okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
Subject real quick, and I want to know what you guys think, but this should be pretty quick. You guys see that video of those TV, the cameraman and the freaking reporter getting shot to death? Right
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't watch the video yet, but
it,
Yeah.
it's freaking crazy, but people are arguing right now of whether or not that should be allowed to be put out. Like, should everybody see these people die in this shit, or should it be held back for just evidence? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
well, let's take it in different context. Say it was a police shooting, white cop on black guy, and we had the
Yep.
video. You'd want to
Yep.
see the video.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
here's the point: is those people, those particular people are saying that shit shouldn't be on TV either.
They say that now,
Until
Yeah.
but you know what? You're probably right. It probably is the same people, and they probably honestly believe it shouldn't be there because they don't want to see the video of a white cop shooting a black dude anyway because it incriminates the cop.
yeah,
Now here's what I'll say. In my country, the way we used to, well, in my old country, the way we used to see it is, I got to remember to do that. The way we used to see it was real simple. News was honest and mature. You came into the newsroom knowing that nothing would be hidden or covered,
Coddled,
or whatever.
covered,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you're an adult. So when you come to the news organization, this shouldn't be something. Now, granted, it's a different thing because over here there's a 24-hour news cycle. Back home, we don't have that. We used to have a news cycle from the evening, from like 8 p.m. or like 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. type shit. But the way it used to be is like we had a designated time for news, and in that time, you were unofficially aware that your children, if your children watch, they watch at their own risk. So do I think this should be shown? My personal opinion is yes, because it's the truth. It's what's happening. Pretending like this is happening does not make it go away.
yeah, and I think I mean, in my opinion, I think it gives you more of a sense of how horrible this shit is. Just reading about it, you don't really get what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, it was during 9/11 when people were jumping out of the fucking buildings and falling to their death rather than burning to death. Seeing that shit happen is a whole lot different than reading about it.
Reading about it, yeah. Like I told my wife, one of the things I want my child to go through is we're all meat eaters in the house. I wanted to go to a farm and actually kill an animal that we're gonna eat. Because I need her to see that transition. I need her to see, look, this is not just pointless. Because I have an issue with seeing a lot of kids out here who are very much like, but look at how these animals are being treated, yada yada. I'm like, that works to a point, kid. You're gonna need protein, and to get protein, an animal is gonna have to die at some point.
Yeah.
You need to know this at least once in your life, so you understand this is not. You're too into a throwaway culture. You're so used to like, next year I need a new iPhone, next year I need a new this. You need to know, okay, there's some things here where there is a sacrifice being done on one end for you to get something. You need to be appreciative of that. And I think it's important, like, for example, for people to go hunting or for people to go fishing at least once in their life to see that transition.
Uncle Puppet Master will take her hunting. Don't worry about it.
I'm down, man. Like, yeah, because I hunted when I was a kid, and when I saw the process from like hunting.
Jesus Christ, fucking Christ! It's been 18 minutes. We talk about listen, parting shot, fucking parting shot. God damn it! Please, anybody parting shot?
You still got a topic there, dog?
No, I don't have a fucking topic.
You gotta.
Damn. Parting shot. Me and Slow Chemical don't go off a fucking topic, and our show is actually going pretty better than this goddamn show. God damn it. We have been 18 minutes past 10 o'clock. We're talking about absolutely nothing.
Bill Burr actually said something to the effect of, I tried going without meat, and I realized something has to die every day for me to live. And that's a point, man. I mean, it's a good fucking point.
Yeah, and goddamn, my soul dies for this show to fucking live. Fucking Christ.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up before this.
You goddamn right. My parting shot is that Baltimore City Police Department raised their salary up to $48,000 instead of $44,000. way to fucking go. People still aren't going to apply to your police department. That's it.
Damn, they're getting a raise for shooting freaking.
Sounds like the way to go.
I need to start doing that shit myself then, you know?
Yeah.
What about you there alone in the dark?
Party shots? I don't got nothing, man. Check this shit out. I love this shit. Exact
Ducati replica?
of my bike. Same color, same everything. I'm fucking loving it.
It's pretty. I'm not gonna lie.
But I'm not that shit on my bike somehow.
What about you there, Puppet Master?
No. I think I'm good. Other than the waste of money that I could save this government millions and millions and billions of dollars. But hey, who am I?
So I think we're saying vote Puppet Master. Is that what we're saying?
That's what I said.
You run, dog. We'll vote.
Nobody's taking Trump's vote from me. Nobody.
Anyway, my
But
part
you can vote for me because I'll run on my alias, and that'll be a first for you.
My parting shot is real simple. Ladies, when you get in my car and I'm giving you a lift, calm down. Cold Conscience will be here soon.
You want somebody? He's been busy giving rides for free, not even getting pussy out of it.
Whatever the day may bring, baby. You can ride all day and not pay a toll.
Damn, that's cool, buddy.
He'll until he gets it, man. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a cold night until he gets warmer.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's been the show.
Another thing, I actually do have a party shot. I thought about it earlier. If you guys are playing Elder Scrolls Online on PS4, join us on Dare to Disagree, the fucking guild, okay? That's Dare to the number 2 disagree, and join us. We really need a fucking guild bank, so hurry up and join us.
Straight up.
All right, it's been the show. Your host, Jonathan Esther, California.
Yeah, me too. Whatever. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.